I met Petro Jacyk when I was a first-year university student. My house was directly across the street from Peter's house at the time on Kennedy Avenue in Toronto. Started a friendship at that time. That was a very, very long time ago. So that's how I met him casually and have sort of been associated with the Jacyks ever since. Throughout the years, I've met Peter Jacyk many times. We talked about many different initiatives, but I never really served on the board while he was still with us. He had passed, and sometime after that, Nadia had asked me to join the board, so I never had the pleasure of actually working with Peter directly on the board. However, having said that, all our past meetings and just knowing a lot about him, he's been very inspirational, a true patriot that actually wants to make a difference. Without a lot of fanfare or without a lot of credit, really a man that's remarkable in that kind of way, and hence very inspirational. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to join. I was very happy to join the Jacyk Foundation because I wanted to carry on his work, which I think is vitally important. And somebody with his means and background is able to make a difference, and I wanted to be part of that. The board of directors are such nice, dedicated, and knowledgeable, and just nice people to work with. So a real pleasure to serve on this board. I'm just so happy to be part of the Jacyk Foundation and to be part of carrying on the work. Peter Jacyk was charismatic. So, charismatic people just draw other people in onto their ideas and initiatives. And because he's so passionate, he was so passionate about Ukrainian affairs. And so anybody that has any of those elements would want to be part of that process. That is very important, I think, to understand that his charisma drew in a lot of people into areas that they might not have done onto themselves, but he certainly inspired them to do so. I think the legacy is clear. I mean, the record is clear. The encyclopedia is a very tangible legacy. Everybody can see the work that was sponsored by the Jacyk Foundation. A very important piece of work, a very scholarly piece of work. I mean, the footnotes themselves are as big as the volume. I mean, that just goes to show you the level of perfection and the level of excellence that was started with when Peter began the project and carried on. So that is certainly probably the most tangible. Less tangible, but I think equally important, perhaps even more important, are all the endowments from the various universities, Columbia, Harvard, University of Toronto, work in Ukraine. I mean, the list continues. I mean, we'd have to get a program to mention all of the great work he has done, not just in Canada, but literally internationally. So I think that I think his legacy is clear. He has contributed a significant amount of work and capital to keep Ukraine and Ukrainian affairs in perspective and to set the record, the historical record straight of how it really was and how things had developed. And those are important elements since there's many competing narratives that we know of. And it's important to have a Ukrainian narrative. as part of the record.